So here are the 3 locust trees that I did the last couple of days. I was taking my time doing them because this is kind of a favor job for some neighbors and stuff, and I was doing some videos and things like that with them. Using some SRT or, SRS or whatever you want to call it. Redirects today. All the way over. That one flipped over on me. I wish I had an oval carabiner put in there. Next time I will, but it did its job for today. So now it's time to gently swing back over to that tree. That is the bigger of these two, that has my base anchor at it and my pole saw, which I accidentally left over there. These two over here, I left the canopies a little bit thicker than this one over here because this one creates more shade for the neighbor, and wanting to have the shade continue to provide its function. We thinned out a little bit but didn't take out as much. This one over here, not as vital, so I went ahead and thinned it out overall a little bit more. Another thing is that these locusts at this age, when you get up into the upper canopies with a pruning saw like my Silky Zubat, which have the large teeth on it, these things don't really cut, they just kind of snap. So you end up snapping off a lot more maybe than you want to in that kind of stuff. And that's kind of, what we were trying to avoid. Now you'll see a couple of things here as well, like this one particular limb right there. It has a nest in it that's frequented every year, and then also it kind of creates a little bit of block from the street and things for the window. So even though it's a little lower and could have probably been trimmed up, and I'll probably get that little nub that's hanging down there. I just noticed it because I was kind of in a rush. But that overall limb will just stay until it gets in the way, and then we cut it out later. So here they are, all trimmed out. I stripped out the bottom on this one closest to me a little bit more than I like, but it's because all these limbs were actually growing down at an angle into the driveway and the parking spots. So that was not an ideal situation. And this is the main locust that I was tied into. I had a double tie-in up there. And then I was over in this locust with my redirects. That back one, the one that forks off into 2 leads, and it's considerably smaller. As you can see, it didn't have much stability to it at all, and so I was tied into those 2 leads there all the way across over to these 2 leads, and then I had my base anchor down here.